What's up, everybody? It's your man, Gypsy Hussle, aka Mr. Make You Smile, aka the Happy Hatter, aka Chucky B, Chucky Brown in the building. All right, what's happening, everybody? So today I got my Nebraska Cornhuskers hat on. Big Nebraska fan back in the day. Turner Gill, who was it? Mike Rozier, Irvin Fryer, those guys. I remember they lost that Orange Bowl to Miami, but I became a fan because Tom Osborne. It was 31-30. I think was the final score. It was 31-30, and Nebraska went for two and didn't get it. So after the game, they asked Tom Osborne, why didn't you go for the tie? Because they were undefeated and would have won the national championship had they finished tied with Miami. And he said, my kids didn't play. We didn't come here to tie the game. We came here to win or lose, or something to that effect. And that made me an instant Nebraska fan. All right. So that's why I'm a Nebraska fan. Okay. So now we're going to start this thing off. Shout outs to my man, Reggie Reg. Shout out to my man, Kevin Standard. Just sent me a package. I got to open it up, check out what it is. Shout out to anybody who watches. I appreciate it. So I'm getting better at this thing. So I'm just working at it. But anyway, shout out to my man Robert McConnell too. He's a loyal watcher. I know he is because he called me on the phone or text me and tells me. All right. So here we go. We're gonna start out today with the Dan Lebitard portion. My political part of the day. So we're gonna talk about that Democratic debate. All right. Me personally, I thought that Buttigieg and Elizabeth Warren seem like the best candidates. I don't feel like they will win or have a chance to win, but I thought that they had the ideas to make America great. Or really make America great, you know what I'm saying? So I thought that they had the ideas to do that. But nowadays, it doesn't seem like you have to have any ideas anymore to get in the White House, all right? According to the man that's there now. So, but yeah, that's my take on that. But it should be interesting. Um, Next thing, my man Michael Thomas got paid. All right, he got paid. I think he got over 60 million guaranteed, 100 million, something like that. So that's good. He didn't have to hold out for long. New Orleans realized how valuable he is to their team. Now the next guy to get paid is probably going to be Julio Jones. So Julio Jones is watching that because really you can't mention no. And Michael Thomas is good, Amari Cooper is good, but you can't really put them in the same category as Julio Jones. So imagine what Julio Jones is about to see. But Julio Jones said, I ain't, I don't need the preseason. I don't need to play in the preseason. And I agree with Julio. He doesn't need to play in the preseason. We don't need to take the risk on getting him hurt. There's certain guys that don't need to go through the preseason. As long as they're in camp, though. Julio is in camp working out, and that's good. So he doesn't need the preseason. No need to risk of getting him hurt and jeopardizing your entire season. But, shout out to Michael Thomas for getting paid, all right? Next thing, my man Zion Williams said that he plans on staying with the Pelicans. That's his intention. He's intended on staying with the Pelicans, which is a good thing. He seems like a very nice, down to earth person. He seems like a good person, especially like when he went through the whole injury thing at Duke. And people were saying, like, people on TV saying how he shouldn't play and this, that, and the other. And I told somebody, I said, you know what? That kid's going to play. He don't seem like that type of guy that's thinking about, himself that much because I think he looked at the big picture. And the big picture is you go back and you play and show some loyalty to the school. I know it's hard to do that. It's really hard to do that because a lot of times the schools don't show loyalty to you. So why should you show loyalty to them? So he showed loyalty to the school. Now you look at this, 2 generations from now, because there'll be other Duke people that remember him. There'll be people that went to Duke, they'll be working there, or their kids will be working there, and they'll hear the stories about Zion Williams. His grandson or nephew or great grandson or whatever will go to Duke and will be able to go there and he'll get certain favors from Duke. That's just what it is. That's just what America is. So if you don't like it, don't live here. But he'll get certain favors because he did that. Basically for Duke, they went to the Elite Eight and lost. I believe it was to Michigan State they lost. But Zion says he intends to stay with New Orleans. I think, as long as New Orleans take care of him, and they will take care of him. As a former, I worked in New Orleans. I know David Griffin, so I think New Orleans will take care of him. So, I mean, he's got big things coming. He also has signed a deal with 2K, NBA 2K. So look, Zion Williams about to be rolling in the dough. He just got the richest shoe contract for any rookie. So look, kudos to Zion Williams. Never met him. Look forward to meeting him one day. Hopefully, I will try. I will try. I will be in some of those circles that he's in. So I will try to meet him. But his real father actually went to NC State. Lateef Williamson, he went to NC State. So I remember him as a football player. He was a defensive lineman. He's a big guy too, about 6'8". But yeah, shout out to Zion Williams for getting that done. Congratulations. Okay, now let's get to the part that I couldn't wait to get to. All right. So Jason Whitlock goes on television and he just dogs LeBron James out because LeBron James, I guess he was at his son's AAU game. He got in the layup line, made a few dunks or this, that, and the other. And so Jason Williams said that LeBron should sit his ass down. Now, my personal opinion on that. Jason Whitlock doesn't even have kids. So you don't know what it's like to be a father. So you really shouldn't have a comment on what LeBron James is doing for his son. LeBron didn't have a father growing up. So if he wants to get in the layup line with those kids at an AAU game, more power to you, man. Me personally, I wouldn't do it. My daughter plays AAU ball. I wouldn't get in the layup line with them. I just kind of watch. I may yell at her every now and then. But, if that's what LeBron James wants to do, that's what he wants to do. So Jason Whitlock says he's an attention grabber or something to that effect. He really doesn't have to be an attention grabber. The dude, does Jason Whitlock realize that this guy probably takes private planes everywhere, because people know him? He can't walk down the street because people know him. You know what I'm saying? So to me, the ESPN and these networks are so worried about someone saying something about the president and all this stuff. This type of foolishness needs to be put to a halt where another black male decides to talk about a black male who's never been in trouble, and who takes care of his kids, who does the right thing, who's not in the news for anything bad, but you still got so much to say about him. I did a show a couple days ago about, why so much hate for LeBron. This was before this even came up. So, it's just crazy because in society, they always criticize black men for not being fathers. I'm a black man and I'm a father. So to be critical of him, just being a dad is just ridiculous. And thank goodness, I watched the Whitlock segment of it, and thank goodness Matt Barnes was there. Matt Barnes, Marcellus Wiley didn't really say, Greg Jennings, they didn't really go at Whitlock like Matt Barnes did. Marcellus Wiley was kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And I like Marcellus. I don't know him, but he seems cool, but I don't know him. But Matt Barnes was like, I couldn't disagree with you more. And I was like, oh, thank goodness for Matt Barnes. Because Jason Whitlock, first of all, you running around with a fake hairpiece on. You bald, man. Live with it. Look, I'm bald. I love it. All right? So Whitlock, stop it. Stop. I don't know if you're doing this to get a rise. Maybe you're the one that's trying to get the attention. Think about that. Maybe you're the one trying to get the attention with some of the crazy stuff that you say. All right? So knock it off, man. Knock it off. No need to attack LeBron James for getting in a layup line with his kids. And do you realize the impact on the kids, that those kids will never forget the day that LeBron James was in their layup line? They will never forget that. That is a treat for them. All right? So Whitlock, talk about something else. Fox News, producers, don't let this kind of garbage get on. You're so worried about somebody saying something about Trump. You don't want nobody saying nothing about Trump, but you let somebody attack a guy like LeBron James. I met LeBron one time. He probably wouldn't remember, but from what I've read and seen, how can you be critical of the guy what he does off the court when he's away from basketball? Everybody, going to get criticized. And I just totally disagree. And Whitlock may never see this. He may see it. He may never hear about this. He may hear about it. But I'll say the same thing to his face and have no problem with it. You feel me? All right. So that's it from me today. Just a real quick one. So again, take care of yourselves. Be nice. Make somebody smile. That's in my name. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Gypsy Hussle. That's me. AKA the Happy Hatter. That's me. AKA Mr. Make You Smile. That's me. All right. Signing off. Peace out. Take care. Have a great day.